Hey guys, welcome back to Biscuits Total War. This time we've got another Rome versus Rome El Clasico matchup. We're doing a 3 versus 3 and I've got myself playing as the Heaven Clan, also alongside AdmiralDouchBag of the Heaven Clan and Zerberus of the Heaven Clan. So we've got 3 Heaven Clan members, including myself, and we're going to be playing against PrinceKoala from the SIP clan. We've also got a new guy. Now this guy's called FlankMe. Now FlankMe is putting an application to actually start playing or join the actual Heaven Clan. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he actually plays. I know the guy actually watches the channel, so it'll be quite interesting to see what he makes of this actual replay. Because what I'll do, I'll have a look exactly how he's playing and see if there's any tips and tactics we can give to the guy whilst he's actually playing. And then last but not least, we've got Hades, and Hades is probably one of the most experienced players here actually on the battlefield, and he's playing as the Titans clan. So what I'll quickly do is have a quick outline of the armies. Nothing too drastic, nothing too dissimilar. We've got my standard 6-14 build with my Rome. AdmiralDouchBag's gone for a slightly different build. He's gone for 5 Praetorian Cav, but his 6 cavalry unit he's gone for as an armoured general. Now that can be really handy, especially in a skirmish style battle. If both teams are playing off against one another, the general can be really good to actually take out loose formation troops. And I think the upgrade that he's got there is gold with 1 experienced chevron. And then he's got 1 archer, and then the rest urbans. And then we have a quick little glance at Zerberus. He's gone for 5 Praetorian Cav, 2 archers, and then the rest urbans. Let's have a quick look at the opposition. PrinceKoala, he's gone for 6 Praetorian Cav and 14 urbans. Same with FlankMe, and the same with Hades. So they're going to have the cavalry edge when it comes to this battle, just very slightly I believe. But we've got some archers, and those archers can be really helpful, especially when you have a crunching cavalry battle. Those archers can lower the morale to the cav and might slightly be able to swing it in our side. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plans out. Well, let's quickly give you a little bit of information about our deployment. Now you'll see that I've deployed back. Now the reason why I've deployed back is so that I can come at a 45-degree angle to meet up with AdmiralDouchBag. It means that I can run across here at a slight angle rather than going horizontally if I deployed here. If I deployed here, I'd have to run all the way along here and I'd be open for any charges. If I deployed slightly back, it makes it slightly easier to meet up in the middle. So that's the reason why I've gone here. I haven't asked AdmiralDouchBag to do this, but he's put his cavalry here, and the reason why he's done that is if I can run my guys along here, he'll be able to support with his cav, just to prevent any rushes. And likewise, he's put his cav on this side, just in case Zerberus gets rushed, he's got his cav here to support. So something there, I know it's fairly obvious, and I know a lot of people actually do this, but it's really good in a 3 versus 3 for the middle player to actually do this. And AdmiralDouchBag does this automatically because he's such a great player. So let's have a little look at what happens. Just going to double speed this to actually get into the opening ceremony of the actual battle. So yeah, FlankMe's put an application for the Heaven Clan. I'm really gonna be focusing on this side of the battlefield for once, actually see how the opposition played more than what we were doing over here, just to see exactly how he plays and to see if there's any pointers that I can actually hand out to FlankMe if he's actually going to watch this replay. Hopefully he does, and hopefully he might be able to learn something new. So Hades is coming across to join up. FlankMe looks like he's going to come across here to join up with PrinceKoala. So we're doing exactly the right thing at the moment. Koala, the SPQR, the Scipii player here, the blue player, is going really aggressively here. He's pushing straight forward into Zerberus. So he's going to run forward. Let's put it down to normal speed. Now what's going to happen is Zerberus is going to pull back his archers, make sure they're out of range. Now the peeler duel is going to start here, so we can see PrinceKoala is chucking in all his peeler. Zerberus has had to pull his guys back, try and get into a better formation. Because he's done that, he's left his back open to all of these guys and have just launched loads and loads of peeler straight into Zerberus, taking his guys down to 52, so he's lost a good chunk of urbans. AdmiralDouchBag is moving his guys in to support here, as you can see. He's going to try and plug that gap between myself and Zerberus. Again, he's going to try and pull his guys back. The opposition are playing really aggressively here, they're pushing forward. Now at this stage, I'll pause it for 2 seconds. I noticed that Hades was going to move his cav around the side here. The other thing I noticed that his cav has glitched. So sportsmanship is that you don't want to attack somebody whilst they're glitching. So I'm going to pull my guys back. I'm not going to engage with my cav. I thought for a moment what I might be able to do is just basically encircle his cav. I thought I won't do that, I'll just let him pull his cav back. Over here, let's move back onto the fight. Pause this for 2 seconds. What's happened now is PrinceKoala has now engaged with his infantry. So what's happened here, you can see his infantry is going to go slap straight into Zerberus. He's actually gone in with his cav here. He's taken a nice little charge. He's actually got the cav advantage because he's got 6 cav. He doesn't need to deploy all of his cav to attack because Zerberus has only got 5 cav. He's used one of his archer units to try and push back this archer unit, sorry, one of his cav units to push back this archer. What he should really do now is turn this cav around and use this cav and come in support. Now, AdmiralDouchBag has seen this, so what he's going to do is going to pull his cav around the side here and try and support Zerberus. So let's see what happens now. So in comes PrinceKoala, he's charging in his infantry, trying to get into a decent formation. He hasn't got a loose formation peeler screen at the front of his infantry, if you can notice here. So he's going to be really vulnerable against peeler attack. So as you can see, his units have gone down to 69 already. FlankMe is going to come in with a little cav charge here, but it's a bit too late. What he should have really done is just waited a few moments. He has managed to rout one of the loose formation units, but he needs to get his cav straight out of there, because what's going to happen now, AdmiralDouchBag is going to go in for a counter charge. That counter charge is going to be absolutely devastating. It's going to cause instantaneously routing all of these cav units. So the opposition, this team did have the cav advantage, but their cav has already been routed. So what he needs to do is he needs to be really careful with that cav. If you're going to have the cav advantage, you don't want to throw it away like he's just done there. Now his cav will come back, but they're not going to be the same strength as they used to be. I've now peeled off a couple of my cav units which are over here to try and support. Again, all of the action is happening on this side of the battlefield. We need to make sure that Zerberus doesn't lose his flank. Because I've peeled off a couple of cav units, Hades is now going to pull off a couple of cav units. And it's going to be really tight here on what's going over here. Got the archers here. These archers are shooting these cav units here. These cav are now being isolated, so we're going to try and mop up the last of PrinceKoala's cav. But if you notice, all of our cav on this side is over here. What Hades and FlankMe need to do is basically take advantage of this. We've hardly got any cav support. They need to go in with a decent charge and aim for the general, and then we'll take out Zerberus' general. In comes Hades with a cav charge on these depleted cav units of Zerberus. Now we've seen that, so all of our cav units are going to go into the Hades and trying to snag them in. What FlankMe hasn't done, he needs to go in with his cav now, because all of our cav are over here. We're all trying to attack Hades' cav, but we've got no cav support on these infantry units. If he was to charge in with his cav now and smack straight into these urbans would instantaneously rout, because they're all engaged. All of them are fighting other urbans, and also there's a few urbans that are starting to rout. So FlankMe's made a big blunder there. What he needs to do is go in with his cav, and he should have charged in. Because he's taken his time, we've been able to take out Hades' cav that was over here. Now we can get our cav units back into the action and now try and help out the rest of these SPQR units, the rest of Zerberus' units, to try and free up his guys and charge at this general here. If we can take out that general, that's going to rout PrinceKoala's units, and you can see we're coming with this nice slice charge right into the side here to take out this general, or aim for the general. Hades is now going to engage all of his infantry against my guys. You can see a lot of his infantry is all in guard mode because of the formation that they're in. They're at a slight angle, which means that he's left his guys in guard mode, and he's going to use all of his infantry, all of his cav, to try and support his allies here. Because we've still got archers, we're able to shoot down on these cav units and able to cause them to slightly rout. Let's zoom back over to this side of the flank. My infantry, I'm now going to engage them at any time now, and because I've now got the cav, all I'm going to do is slam straight into the centre here. I know some of these guys are engaged. I'm just hoping I can cause a rout. So I'm going to punch them straight through if I can and drag them through the back here so I can then go for a counter charge. Hades is seeing what I'm doing at the moment, so he's going to move his cav from this side of the battlefield right over to the back here. So it's going to be a real race now at this stage. What I need to do is pull my cav through, get them back into a formation where my cursor is, and charge them back in before Hades can come in with a charge. Because if he can come through a charge, he can hit my guys in the back and cause a mass rout. Now I've got these two urbans left, so I need to use these urbans one way or another to try and guard my back to prevent these cav units from shooting through my back and getting me. So it's really going to be a close race here. Either one of us could win this battle, but it's all going to be dependent on who can get the cav charge in quicker. So I've managed to go in with a cav charge, I've smacked straight through the centre. I haven't routed the general unit, but that's where I'm going to go for now. I need to turn these guys around and go straight in. Now Hades is going to go in with a cav charge, but I have managed to turn some of these urbans around, and my urbans are in guard mode. So it's a really rubbish charge by myself. Trying to get this general unit, trying to cause a bit of a rout. Hopefully I can try and get him charging straight through his unit. There we go, his general is now routed. That's going to swing the battle into my advantage because my general is still in the thick of it. Over here, excuse me, FlankMe is now engaged his infantry. His infantry should be able to beat Zerberus' units now, because Zerberus' units are now retired. His guys are warmed up. He needs to get his cav round the back and charge the back of Zerberus' units. Over here, I've just been very, very lucky. I managed to get my cav in for that second charge before Hades can get his cav in. So I've pretty much wrapped up his infantry here. I'm now going to get my cav just to finish off these couple of units so I can then peel back my infantry to go in support. I've got a couple of units of cav here. I'm now going to turn them back. I'm going to aim for these units and try and help out my allies now. So let's have a look. So FlankMe's left in the battle with the remaining army of PrinceKoala. He's now going to probably get his units back into a formation. I'm just trying to free up these units, so it's both myself and AdmiralDouchBag are left in the battle. There's a couple of units here of Hades. He's got a couple of urbans left. I'm not too worried about those. These guys should be able to finish them off. What I need to concentrate on doing is moving all of my infantry over here to attack FlankMe. Now FlankMe is going to get his guys into a little formation. He's going to drag them out in a nice line here, put his general in the back. To be honest, the battle's in our favour at this stage. I've got more infantry, we've got more cav, and we've also got our archers still in the battle, and they're shooting the back. So although FlankMe's units are winded, he's still got a good chance in actually taking out a few of AdmiralDouchBag's infantry units. It's just going to be a case of whittling down these units because the archers are around the back. They're going to be shooting the back of these guys. Once I've engaged with my cav, as you can see, I'm going to come in here with a nice little charge. I'm aiming for these units here at a 45-degree angle so I can try and get as many strikes as charge as possible. So I've managed to strike 1, 2, 3, 4 units, and those 4 units have now routed, and it's just a case of turning them back and now aiming for this general unit. This unit will start to rout instantaneously anytime now, he says. Let's just double speed it. There we go. So that was a really good battle there. I know we did have the advantage, to be honest, in that the player-wise, FlankMe is a relatively new player to 31k, but he did play really well there. But the only big fault that he made was that he wasn't concentrating with his cav. What he should have done there, he should have read that Hades had engaged his cav, and that gave him a really good opportunity to go in with a decent cav charge to really swing that battle in their favour and take out Zerberus' general as soon as possible. Because he took his time there, we're able to take out Hades' cav and then pull our cav back to help out with the infantry. But everyone makes mistakes when they start. I make mistakes all the time when I'm playing 31k. But at the end of the day, all I'm doing in this video is just trying to help out FlankMe by watching this. And hopefully, if you're relatively new to 31k, or if you're not relatively new, it's these little tips, these little tactics, these little blunders that you sometimes see here and there when you're not reading the battlefield correctly that can be the difference between a victory and a win. At the end of the day, this was only an average victory, so maybe potentially if FlankMe had got that cav charge in, this replay might have been a defeat for the Heaven team, but thankfully we managed to pull in a victory. So it was really well played and all the players here. Thanks so much to Zerberus and AdmiralDouchBag joining me on this battle, and thanks to PrinceKoala, FlankMe and Titans Hades for joining in with the fight. So excellent battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, when it comes to Rome versus Rome, it's all about the cav charge, it's all about trying to outposition one another, and it's all about those peeler duels. If we have a quick look at the kills, I got in a decent 1500 kills, Zerberus 1000 kills, and that's basically because he got rushed at the beginning and he did get almost double towned by FlankMe and PrinceKoala. AdmiralDouchBag got in a decent amount of kills, nearly 1400, and then if we have a look at the opposition, PrinceKoala nearly 1200 kills, likewise with FlankMe nearly 1200 kills. Hades got about 1000 kills. That's because his infantry got isolated. He had to use his cav to go and support his allies, which meant that a lot of his infantry got chewed up by mine. So I'll sign out now, and guys, if please leave a little comment, please do rate this video, and if you haven't already checked out some of my other earlier videos, if you're interested about Rome Total War tactics, tips, bits and pieces like that, go and check out my other videos. There's loads of bits and pieces, loads of tips, loads of how-to videos giving you ideas on how to mod the game. So thanks so much for your time. Biscuits signing off, and I'll catch you guys soon. Okay, bye now.